Welcome back everyone to another Charlie Roxburgh video. Now, if you remember last time when I reacted to his video on stream, it was very emotional, it was very it hit really close to home for me at some bits, and I was like, oh god. But this one, it looks like he's gonna be telling us his side. You know how he, because in the other video, he was asking his friends how quarantine affected them emotionally and what's mentally. Jeez, I can't English right now. I know, I'm sorry. But this one, because the title is "I've been hiding this from the internet." So I know I'm already gonna be emotional watching this, but honestly, I'm really happy that Charlie has made these videos because, oh my goodness, it's just because it gives you that sense of you're not alone. I mean, granted, you never were alone anyway, but in general, you're just never alone in the way you feel. Because there are other people that may not be exactly the way you feel, but there's people out there that know and understand how you are feeling. You know what I mean? Because trust me, I've been there before where I'm like, oh god, you know what I mean? But yeah, other than that, we're gonna get into this very emotional video right now.
You were in my dream.
What?
Last video we tackled topics along the lines of mental health,
Yes.
which, to be quite honest with you, really hit me quite deep. So Movember reached out to me about last year in October to get me involved in a project which they thought was going to be really important. The project was about mental health, and that is a subject which is extremely close to my heart. Now personally, I've never been diagnosed with a mental illness, but I know for a fact that I've felt extremely low at periods of time into my life, especially in the last year. So I teamed up with Movember with the sole purpose that these two videos are going to be able to help you, as the viewer, understand that in these hard testing times that you are not alone and you can always reach out if you need that help. When I made that video with my friends back in November, I was extremely inspired by the bravery and the things which I learned about them. Sometimes you take for granted that having your friends around, your family around, just because they seem happy on the outside, you assume that they're just always happy. But that's not always the case. So that's essentially the principle of this video. In the last video that you watched, my friends opened up to me, and in this video, I'm going to be opening up to you. So I guess I'm just going to talk about what's been on my mind, really. I have doubted myself and what I can do, my career, my abilities, my talents, friendships, my family. I've doubted so many things throughout my life, and things have been inconsistent, things come and go, and ultimately I do think that that's damaged me in some ways. And I have to be really honest. So I want to talk about my darkest period of time and my thought process. I was heading to an E-Boy shoot, and I remember it very clearly. I was heading to an E-Boy shoot. I got on the train, I was headed over, and I was almost just anxiety, stress. I was feeling extremely depressed. And I was at Bank Station, and it said 3 minutes until the train. And for those 3 minutes, they were possibly the longest 3 minutes of my life. I stood there on the platform, and I was thinking, and I was wondering, and I was just contemplating everything that was going on in my head. I didn't really know whether it would get better. Some things that have happened from last year still sit in my mind. Some days I wake up and I think about myself, and I fucking hate you. I hate you. You're lazy, you're demotivated, you are lucky to be where you are, and you are ungrateful for it. I'd say there are a lot of happy characteristics about me that make me like a bubbly personality, but not all the time. And beyond that, sometimes I just look at myself in the mirror and I think, what a handsome guy. But the other day, I don't care about that because that is a front. Now don't get me wrong, this isn't my constant thought process. This is just a thought process that I went through last year, and like I said, what I've been feeling the last couple of weeks. My darkest day last year, when I was at Bank Station, I didn't see a way out until the 3 minutes passed. The train came, I got on it, and I went to the shoot. I had a good shoot and I felt better for it. It was a productive day. I went home and I still felt like shit. But moods come and go, and I feel like by talking about these things, hopefully I can help you to label something what's going on in my own head. I don't know whether it will be a smart decision, or I don't know whether it will be an ill-advised decision, or maybe it will be good for me. I don't know. I've been in these dark places inconsistently throughout my life where I feel like it could be environmental factors which lead me there. I just know that I have goals in my life that I want to achieve, and ultimately, in the last month or so, I haven't believed in myself that I can achieve them. I've doubted myself. In this last year, I've lost friends and I've lost relationships. I've lost things which I've held so close and dear to my heart, and ultimately, I do feel like that's left a void in me. I don't know how I can make myself happy when I don't feel whole, and I don't know what makes me feel whole. So I went to see my friend Bo. How have you been, like, generally?
Yeah, good, man. I just, I mean, no one's perfect all the time. Like, it's just, I get a very physical feeling. It's kind of like a feeling of sort of like dissociation from everything. Like, I just feel quite spaced out and stuff.
What's your way of getting through it, generally
Oh,
speaking?
music, man. 100%.
Music.
Yeah.
It's the same for me, really.
It's like, it's my release. Like, it's my haven. Like, I can't think of any anxious or like kind of looming thoughts when I'm in the process of just focusing my mind on music. It just, I can't, there's like no space for it. There's no time for it.
I've been probably at my lowest I've ever been at points. And I think that's what the hard thing for me was.
Whatever in your whole life.
Yeah, this year. Even though making one song, this song can't say everything that's on my mind, it'll be like somewhere I can target energy, be like, okay, that's an alleviation of pressure off my chest, so to speak. I've said what I need to say. But I reckon we've got a song which we can probably make something quite cool out of.
Yeah, man, 100%. Yeah.
I say we do it.
Let's do it.
I was working on a track of this. This gonna shit out of me.
Oh no!
I was working on a track because I always find that writing lyrics and poetry and stuff like that in my notes has always helped me kind of just get things off my chest. And I know obviously we've made music for years together, so I thought I'd just come over and work on this track. Sometimes I feel like when I write music, I can write it better than what I could say it.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
100%, yeah.
And sometimes I feel like that.
And
can
not even
apply
just
to-
say it, like sometimes the sound can convey it better than what you could say.
I've sent you the original track, which is just some chords, and then there's some lyrics and stuff which I've written. So then maybe we can start just building up from there. I kind of want to like lift it up a little bit, so it's a little bit like a happier sound, but obviously the meaning, there's a little bit more depth behind it, if you know.
Yeah, we can do that, 100%.
So the music video that we've been working on has been a long work in the process. I've been on calls with John and James where we've been discussing how to film this music video in these times the safest way that we possibly can. It's been stressful, it's been very hard. Ultimately, I think it'll be worth it, and I think it'll be something where you guys can really see me in my element, and you can actually see that this is the thing that makes me happy. Hopefully you can be proud of the product which comes out of it at the end.
Oh.
So right now we're just getting the initial shots of the video, which is Charlie vibing in this sequence.
I'm nervous, but I'm feeling quite excited.
Mate, I like the song. I like the song because I'm a big fan of the 1975, and it's just a direct rip-off, really, isn't it? But
Okay.
yeah, no, mate, no, it's good. I'm proud of him. I think it's and I hope that the video does him justice as well. So, yeah, let's get it. Let's fucking get it.
Hope he doesn't fall in, that water will be freezing.
Oh.
If he falls in, it'll be fucking great.
What do you mean? What do you mean it'd be great? No.
Friends and stuff have just arrived, so everyone's being really careful right now.
How long have you known Charlie for?
12, 13 years?
Jeez.
Long time. Too long.
Yeah, so I've heard the song. It kind of reminds me of like a 70s, 80s kind of vibe to it.
I love it. It's great. It's catchy. It's going to be a pop hit.
I love it. Love it. My mama taught me that's amazing.
Oh, I can tell this is gonna be a great music video.
The
Oh.
Alchemist quoted Oscar Wilde where he said, "All men destroy everything they love." I could not relate more to that. However, I feel like for me, with something which I do love, which is music and creativity, it's something that I kind of want to
create like a healing process rather than something which I destroy or let destroy me.
What are your thoughts on Movember?
I mean, have a look. I bet you can answer that question for yourself.
Really help men, like, I think especially to do with mental health, we really need it.
Sometimes men do need that extra support, and I think a lot of men don't kind of talk about how they really feel because they're worried about being judged. So I like the fact that there's a charity out there specifically trying to benefit men.
Yeah.
Yes! Look at this! Lauren, dance to me! Dance to me! Yes! You were in my dreams! That's really hot stuff!
Oh my goodness.
To the second location now. Location wise, we've got a couple of outfits which we're going to be doing. So far, really enjoying it.
Oh my god.
The whole purpose of the song is just to be incorporating friends and showing what's important to me in these times. We are here, right at a fountain, at night, where we're going to be shooting the final shot, aren't we, James?
Yay.
Final shot. And
Nice.
then we saw it in the goods.
Well, I guess that's just human. Oh, my heart took a bruise and I was stuck on a looping. Man, I'm sick of this feeling. Give you a couple of reasons.
Just want to say very quickly thank you very much to Movember, who are the sponsors for this video and also the previous video. If you haven't checked out the previous video where my friends talk about their mental health, please do so.
Yes,
It'll be linked below.
if you haven't,
the concept for these videos is
it'll
that
be in my
if
link
you,
as well.
if you are feeling that you are alone and can't talk about your problems, then you can do so. Any help that you do need, the relevant links will be left in the description right down below. So I implore you, please do reach out if you feel like you are alone and you do need help. I feel like this project's really helped me. Being creative and stepping outside of my comfort zone is something which I've always liked to do, but it's what really helps me feel like I'm completely whole. And I hope that you guys can see that too. That is a wrap. Just gonna say thank you very much for watching. If you're not subscribed already, please do so. Leave a like and comment down below what you think of everything that we've done. And I'll be seeing you guys in a little bit.
Been out on the outside, but now I can feel
Oh, it's coming out the 14th! We know exactly what I'm going to be doing on Sunday the 14th. Yes, I know that's also Sidemen Sunday, but I think it would be a lot cooler to be there for Charlie more. Like, don't get me wrong, like, the boys have always been there for me too, but what Charlie is doing and what this song means to him is a little bit more prioritized, if you know what I mean. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm still going to obviously do Sidemen Sunday, but this seems a little bit more important. As of right now, yes. And seriously, if you ever need help, there is always somebody to turn to. Trust me, I've felt like there's literally nothing and nobody. Trust me, I've been there. It's not something that I really talk about ever, but granted, this was years ago though. Years ago, so it's... I mean, I still know how I felt and everything, but I feel like I found something that helped me through what needed to be said and what I needed to do to, you know, start motivating myself, I guess, in a way. Because I don't really know exactly what it was that just was keeping me down all the time. I even to this day, like, I still don't know what exactly it was. But my friends were there to help me. And, you know, music has always been, like, a good escape for me. For, like, especially, like, like, the other day, like, I was just in a very, like, just, mood. Like, I didn't want to do a thing. Like, I just wasn't into anything. Like, I just didn't want to do anything. And then I just started kind of listening to music, and because of that, like, I got up and I was like, because that's the thing, like, when I start listening to music that, like, just I love, like, I just want to get up and start dancing. So that's what I did, and it, like, literally just changed my whole day around. So music is a very big and important thing in my life. So I could understand why it's an important thing to Charlie, you know, for his other reasons, for him making it, you know, like for me, it's listening to it and really appreciating it and everything. But for other people, it's, you know, being the person writing the music, getting out what they are feeling out. You know what I mean? So, and I think that's kind of like how I danced, like, my feelings away, you know, like, I don't know, but, like, it just, I don't know, after that, like, I was in a great mood, like, I was just happy, and I was like, no, it is a good day, you know, kind of thing. So there's other outlets. There are people that you could talk to if you ever need that type of help, which I can understand if you do. Like, everybody needs help now and then. Like, don't be afraid to ask for help. I think that's the biggest thing that a lot of us, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the way I was raised, for some reason, asking for help was just not a thing. So I think that's kind of why I instinctually just don't ask for help when I need help sometimes. It's just like an instinctual thing because, like, it was... I don't know, it just wasn't a thing that we did, kind of, like, it was more my parents, like, just didn't, you know, when they needed help, they didn't ask for help, and so it's, like, an instinctual thing, you know, because when you're a kid seeing that, you know, it's, like, if you ever need help, like, you work, like, you put everything aside and you work towards what you need to get done, and you don't ask for help, like, you know what I mean? Like, just even in general, like, emotionally or physically or anything, you just don't ask for help. So, but maybe that's just me as a kid, just seeing that perspective wrong or something like that, you know, is because as a kid, you know, you see things differently than when you're older, but who knows, you know, you never know exactly what's happening as a kid, you know, you see the world completely different than everybody else, so. But yes, all the links that Charlie has will be in my description as well. So if you do need help, please reach out. And hopefully these videos will help you guys understand maybe something that you didn't fully understand. And now that you're seeing this, you're like, oh, maybe I do need help. And like, because sometimes like some people are like, I've never thought I actually needed help. And then they're like, they start seeing these types of videos and like, wow, I actually maybe do need help. And it's okay to need help. It's okay. It's never a bad thing to need help. It's never a bad thing. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I'll see all you beautiful, wonderful people in my next video. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you later. All right, bye.